This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chase from Barrel Age Flicks. Go ahead and check out our Patreon for raw, uncut footage and early access to all of our episodes. The link is in the description and it's only $5 a month. Thanks for listening.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Tasting Room as we talk about the Highlander Aftermath from the 200th episode that we did. And Adam is going to be hosting this because he was one of the peanut gallery and he knows everything that happened. So let's get started.
Well, as it was revealed, well, first we want to say, if you have not listened to the Highlander episode yet, turn this episode off and go listen because it was amazing. So,
thank you. How many times do you listen to it?
Okay, believe it or not, 4 times.
You listened to it 4 times.
I listened to it twice to make sure.
Fuck me, that's loud.
I wanted to get
why is it so goddamn loud?
I don't know which one you are. All right, hold on. All right, is that better?
That's better for me.
Right.
Are we sharing the same? Like,
No, you and me are not.
Okay.
Green.
All right, is that
I'm good.
Green.
Yeah. Is that better?
Sure, why not?
All right, there you go. All right, is everybody good now? Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, so I listened to it twice to make sure I got the drink counts right.
Yeah.
So, and then I listened to it a third time when it got released.
Yeah.
And I listened to it again today while I was working because I just wanted to make sure if there was any. I wanted to make sure clear what I was coming into today.
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Well, the other thing is
Plus
that
living through it.
Yes.
That is a lot.
So as it was revealed during that episode that my name is from Highlander.
okay.
Adam Pearson was part of the Watchers Council.
Okay.
So I figured it'd be fitting for me to come in here and as a watcher watching the 4 drunken immortals,
5.
five drunken immortals compete and behead themselves.
I mean, Chase barely counted.
4 3/4.
What are you talking about? He brought him fucking back in within like 15 minutes.
As a ghost.
He still tried.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Since you just brought that up, that was going to be one of my questions to bring to Stu was what made you feel to summon the power to bring back Chase from the dead?
To piss Ron off.
100%.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Plus, it really fit with the Highlander 2 theme that we were going at the time.
Right.
It really fucking worked well. And I was like, this is going to be an amazing way to shoehorn Chase back while getting Ron even saltier.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Really
Perfect
fucking
timing.
well.
It definitely worked.
But at least I'm
You
not
were
the only one
so
that was
fucking bitter.
Yeah. At least I wasn't the only bitter one.
I re-listened to it. I wasn't that bitter.
Yeah, you were.
You were hammering it so much. I was re-listening to the last
No, you were
hour.
bitter right at the end.
I was bitter because you called for a vote for who's the drunkest. When the rules were too drunk to continue.
No, we also said if we vote somebody out, they are out.
But you called for the vote, who's the drunkest. That's what you called for. Not the table vote of who's too drunk to continue. That's what the table vote rule was at the beginning of the show.
No.
You purposely were trying to fucking do it because you were butthurt.
No.
Yes.
No, I was because you were falling apart. You fucking fell on the
fucking hammered.
Yeah,
I
you
was
fucking
hammered.
You broke the barrel of
Punishment
punishment.
hammered. But I was still having an intelligible conversation with Ragnar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We were.
I couldn't even figure out what you guys were saying in the
That's 'cause
last hour of the
you were fucking
episode.
still drunk. All right.
I was not drunk.
We
I was fucking
understood
sober.
each other.
Well, I was sober as shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
You know what the
I was
problem
actually
was?
one of the ones that bring up the vote first. And the only reason I did that was we were actually getting worried about the health of you two because it was getting deep. And so we were just like, okay, so getting to the drink counts. The drink counts stand as they are. And I literally made timestamps for every drink.
Yeah, he did. He put up a big PDF.
Yeah, I sat down and wrote down a
It's a
timestamp for
lot
every
of
time
work.
there's a drink. So, but one thing that it wasn't revealed was after the vote, after the show and not quite ended, but y'all did a drink with everybody.
Yeah.
So, as impressive as that number is, you actually did 50 shots because of that last shot. And that's
which is weird because
I just want to give him
I still
props.
don't know how
I want to give him props for 50
how he had more than me.
because he did a solidarity shot.
Yeah.
He did a shot for when I revealed myself as a watcher. He did a shot then that I think you were the only one that did one. No, you and Ron I think did it. I don't think you did it.
Yeah.
So he did a couple solidarity shots and other things like that
That's
that
right.
you didn't do.
Yeah.
So that's how the shot
I was
count got
playing
up.
it smart.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It definitely worked because if I feel that if you were at the same shot level he was at, right there at the end when you came back to the show after the ending and all that, and you put the little Easter egg in.
A little Easter egg at the end.
And
Yeah.
again, if you haven't listened to the episode, there's an Easter egg, so don't leave after the ending. It keeps on going. But after the Easter egg, you were going.
I know.
And so, like I said, if it had gone just a few more shots longer, it would have been like, okay, who do we vote for?
But then, what was it, the following fucking episode? You did like
I know.
fucking nothing.
5 shots.
Oh, yeah, he was falling down.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is going on
No,
here?
we were trying to figure that out because you were saying, boy, Ragnar's really happy right now.
The only thing I can think of is
I didn't eat anything at all
Well, that's what I'm
before
saying.
coming here.
the
that day.
Highlander episode.
that
I think it was Gatorade and pizza. I think is what.
Yeah,
because
Pedialyte and pizza is all I
he was
had.
pounding
Well,
Pedialytes.
Good also had some vitamin or something like that.
I was taking H-proof, which is a vitamin that helps your liver break down alcohol at the every shot. I started getting scared toward like in my late 20s, thinking, "Am I overdosing on this shit?"
Do you know how many you took?
I was over 20. I don't even remember.
Because I remember the comment that Stu made was, "Your liver is going to be screaming."
I don't know. Like it was funny. Like I'm more impressed that you made a PDF and timestamp all that stuff. Like I was trying to keep track as well. I had 32 in my book, but I was only one off. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you kept up. I mean, as you were saying the drink counts on the show, and I was checking my numbers, you were right on almost the whole time until I think at some point you just stopped.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
I need to concentrate.
Right. So, but you were right on the whole time. So, since we got you now here, got a question for you, Goot.
What's that?
You dropped I'm not going to say bomb. Well, you dropped a couple bombs. The one bomb I want to ask you about. What did Robert De Niro ever do to you?
The fucking raging bull.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where'd it move to?
The more I drink, there's like 2 words you can't say around me: is fight or run. And
Right
it's
there.
like
It's
looking at him,
behind Chucky because I had to put that up there right now.
Yeah.
That'll be uncovered.
I was like, I was definitely in my late 20s, and like I looked up, and the way he looked at me, I was like, I just locked eyes. I'm like, I'm ready to fucking go. Like, fuck this guy. That movie's.
I thought you were coming over the table at him. I mean,
He got pissed off. Yeah.
That shit was fucking funny. Came out of nowhere too.
Right.
Yeah, that pissed me off. The way he looked at me, I looked up, and we're just fucking locked eyes. I'm like, let's fucking go. I was
The
going to
way
box room.
the way he looked at you.
We locked eyes. Me in the picture.
No, I remember because he was staring straight up at it. He was just like,
yeah.
He was drilling holes into that fucking
So usually when y'all talk about the shows, you do your votes afterwards.
yeah.
Yes.
Since it was done before, your minds couldn't be changed.
Oh.
I wanted to ask. I know the scores can't be changed, anything like that, but did things change in your mind going through the episode? Did anybody's scores change? And I know, especially what Goots was, his had more of a chance to change.
Well, Stu
That was so amazing, though. The way you just dropped that fucking nuclear bomb, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah. I think I had a heart attack when you dropped it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe
Well,
it.
yeah, because Ron asked me to go first. I'm like, no, I'll go last.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew something was up as soon as you
There
said
was
that.
a reason why.
Yeah.
See, I thought he was going to say like it was like the best movie of all time, but then he was like, it was a worst movie of all
Right.
time. And then Stu went on this whole tangent where he wanted to try and change all of our minds of Highlander 2.
Right.
Because he was like, I want to see if I can try and change your opinions after the whole pint review that we did.
And I think he did a damn good job of doing it. I mean, it kind of the way I pictured things in my mind, it changed the way I thought about certain things.
Yeah.
So
That's good because I was making it all.
It was
up
a
on
good-
the
Oh yeah, you were.
It was a good
right out
effort.
my ass.
Yeah, I know, but it's you were making great arguments.
Oh man.
But did anything throughout that show change how you looked at any of it at all, Goot?
No. I was more convinced to watch the TV show. I haven't done it yet, but it's on my list of things to do. But like just to watch that to give it like a second chance of hope.
It's cheesy. It is cheesy.
It's 90s.
It's 90s. Yes, definitely.
All the movies were cheesy to me, but it's just I don't know. It didn't appeal to me.
It didn't reach out to you like us, but you also seeing it for the first time, you didn't grow up with it like we did. That's the thing. So, but the thing is, people have been telling you that you should watch Highlander, and you were like, someday I'll get to it, or
no, it's the concept. There can only be one. I'm like, yeah, there can only be one Highlander, and like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, fuck off. I'm like, I'm gonna go off.
I think we got to adjust his arm. Just because it's the way. I mean, we're all just chilled back in the chair.
Yeah.
But it's basically completely blocking out Ron. A lot of the time that's watching it. I don't know. No, it's like more the back pivot point.
oh no, the thing is for the GoPro, it's a completely different angle, and it gets a more of a wider angle. This is just for Goot's side, but Goot said he's okay with it. So
Oh, okay. I thought this was.
Yeah, my 12
was what it was
o'clock
gonna
is
be.
between Ragnar and Ron. That's my 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're my 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
and Adam's my 3 o'clock.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole different angle.
Yeah, no, I thought because the angle that I see is the angle that Goot's seeing, right?
No.
No.
That's not okay. So
If I take that camera and put it right behind the GoPro, it might have a better angle for him. Actually,
is this? We recently changed
All right,
our entire studio
But
setup.
that camera, the one for Goot, isn't recording anything. So
no, that's just for the streaming for him, so he can
Yeah.
see us. The GoPro is recording all of us, and that's a completely different angle, and it's a wide
That's what I'm
angle.
saying. So
yeah,
what Goot is seeing is that one right there.
yes,
That's what I was asking.
Okay.
If that's the angle that. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right. All right. Sorry. Like I said, we're just with a new studio set up, just trying to make sure we're providing the best quality that we can. For everybody.
and it just lets you guys know that we are going to be on YouTube. Our show is going to video form permanently, so we are going to be going by YouTube, subscribing to us on YouTube and everything else, and that's going to be coming up here probably in the next 4 or 5 weeks or so, like that. So we'll be just regular shows for a couple weeks, and then we're going to be getting into a completely new format and setting up the studio the way it is. But it's a new way of our podcasting that we're going into, evolving. So
Yeah, this table looks amazing.
yeah,
all
yes.
balls.
Yeah.
Spanky stirs.
yeah.
Follow Berserker Woodworks.
Yes.
It's a fantastic job.
Ragnar did a fucking amazing job on this, and I'm very impressed. It's weird though. Whoever sits over here, looking all the way across, it's like see how far it is compared to what it was in the octagon. Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna be doing no clinky clinky anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'll just be doing it with
that
Ragnar.
I don't want to fucking do it to you anyway, Ron. I was kind of hoping you'd be there so I can keep my staring into your soul. We have all the seasons so far.
Yeah, well, looks like you're gonna be unless you move this thing up a little bit. So yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. But anyways, back to the show.
All right. So my next question is going to be is what do y'all feel like number 300 will be? Show number 300.
It ain't gonna be a drinking show.
It's not going to be like that again.
We're never doing that again.
What do you do you think there's a movie that deserves being number 300?
300.
300? Yeah. That's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, if it hadn't already
Might
been
as well.
done by then, yeah. No, actually, I didn't even think about that.
That's you don't think that'll work? Because that's
I'm putting together a different idea in my head
God damn it.
right now.
as long as it's under 2 hours, because we're not doing any fucking long
something
ass shows.
that is similar to what Goot has done with his friends during the draft,
Oh yes.
but maybe an Olympic style situation.
So I've brought up.
You are not running your fat ass around anywhere, dude.
No, I can't. I did. Hey, I'm almost a week without cigarettes.
You're a week without smoking?
Yes.
Like I've
Wow,
for
congratulations.
one upcoming
That's-
show. I proposed a hot dog eating contest because we're going to do it on July 3rd.
Oh, God.
Ah,
I'm like let's do it.
Yeah.
So
but I could see like a beer Olympics type
it's-
situation
Beer
Especially-
trucking?
100%.
I'm fine with that.
Beer,
We'll be
beer fest.
we'll be doing all video.
There we go.
So we could do something that is more dynamic and involved than what we did for the but that's 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
Oh, we'll figure it out. That's
can start putting together
It's a good
something.
idea to put up that though. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, number 300. So, I mean, how many? How
Could
many?
do beer fest?
We already did.
We'll do
beer fest.
mead.
No, the game.
Let's drink mead.
Do what?
We'll drink mead because they wine and mead instead of like beer. But I mean, I don't know because it'd be a lot sweeter, a lot different, different elements of the competition.
I do
we
like the
can
idea.
start working through these ideas. Like I said, we got
We got
2
plenty
years
of time.
to,
We got time.
to hone.
We don't have any.
and
We don't
polish.
have any anniversary episodes we're doing anytime soon. We already did our tasting room 100, and we already did our Highlander. So
Unless we start doing like at the 50 mark.
no, I'd say well, tasting room number 200. That could happen. So you never know.
I mean, 250 that's a pretty big fucking deal.
You want to do 250? I
I'm
mean,
just saying, we could think about it.
that'll probably be sometime next spring or summertime, I believe.
About 50 weeks.
So how? So after the show, how did? I'm sure everybody's wondering, especially with the number of shots that was taken. How was everybody's following 12 to 24 hours?
Fucking right as rain.
Didn't even
I
have a
needed
hangover.
One more bottle of hydration. One more bottle of hydration. I would have been perfect.
I didn't even have a hangover. I felt great.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember Goot was laying on the floor, passed out.
Well, most of what you drank ended up in the trash can.
Huh?
Most of what you drank ended up in the trash cans.
I didn't
Yeah,
puke
no,
that much.
I carried that. I carried
you
that
puked
bag
around.
out. It was not
I
right.
don't believe, but I started drinking again. I had more
Yeah.
shots after that. But the
You
thing
boot
is,
and rally.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
yeah, but
All
and I
right.
started going back and drinking
You
again.
boot and rally.
After-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the shots you had plus the pizza and whatever else was there. So that bag was not light.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, so
sobered up from it.
Yeah. I passed out about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
You were over the can, puking your brains out, and then you were laying on the floor and you passed out while I was editing at like 8 or 9 o'clock. And then you said you woke up in the morning and you didn't
I
know
woke
where the
up at
fuck you were
midnight.
at. Oh, you were
I
working at
woke up
midnight.
at midnight. You had your bar and there was like a orange neon light.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I see. I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I get up. I'm like, oh, I'm still at Ron's house. I'm like, I did a circle around to get my bearings. I'm like, I can drive home.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you puked a lot. Like you were. It was
have
Niagara
autopilot
Falls.
bring you home.
But the thing is, I remember watching
Thanks,
because
Elon.
we found out that you left. We had our security cam and saw you just walking up. You were just walking completely straight. You weren't like all drunk or anything like that. You were fine. And then I remember calling Ragnar in the morning, and he said that, "Oh, I feel fine. I don't have anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have a hangover. Did you?"
Like I was a little bit under. Like I said, if I had just had one more bottle of hydration,
How was your what happened when you got home?
I don't know. I don't. No, like literally, I do not
I
remember.
heard you fell down the stairs.
Very well
and you
could
crushed
have.
your shoe rack.
Very well could have. Yeah, no. About the last, I thought I had lost more of the episode than I did.
Yeah.
Because I re-listened to the last little bit. I'm like, all right. So it wasn't until like probably the last 5 to 7 minutes of the show that my memory just disappeared. And then the rest of the night until I woke up in the morning.
Well, you
Just
tried to
gone.
you tried to walk home.
I can believe that.
Yeah. And then I tried to help you put you inside the truck, and you fucking farted right in my fucking face.
Trying to give you pink eye.
I thought
about right.
I thought you shit yourself.
Well, you were leaning up against our Jeep
I
for
can
a
believe
while
that.
until your wife got there, and then you started walking towards the truck and almost went down. Anna and I caught you,
I appreciate that.
and as we're carrying you to the truck, you're like, "I feel like I'm going to get raped." And I'm like,
That does seem like me.
Have you been in this position before?
Hey, come on now.
And good when
We've
you
all
got,
experimented.
and good when you got home, did you just walk in your house and you were fine?
Yeah, I got home at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and my wife woke up. She was like, she's in disbelief. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. Let's go to sleep." I woke up, passed out. Woke up at like 6 a.m. and I was like working out. I ran like 2 miles and I was lifting
Jesus.
weights. I was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Wow.
I woke up about 4 a.m. the next morning and I just stayed up. I was fine.
Yeah.
I just had a little bit of dehydration, but that's about it.
Yeah.
When I get dehydrated, my uvula fucking swells. I can almost chew on it. It's fucking weird.
It's really weird that it was really weird.
It's fucking weird. First time it happened to me, freaked me the fuck out because I could like chew on it, like how fucking swollen it gets.
Yeah.
All right. And I was like, am I dying? Do I need to go to the doctor? I'm doing all this fucking search. Oh no, it's a common sign of dehydration. I was drinking like a fucking fish. So that makes sense.
How many shots did everybody have? Did Ragnar have after?
Well, after the vote, everybody just did. Excuse me, one more shot. Y'all did like a group solidarity shot. Is essentially what it is. So if you take the numbers that were posted, just add one to everybody. And that's so. But I was just since Stu was at 49, I was just like that one pushed him over 50 for the night.
Yeah.
And I was just like, 49 is the official because of that's what was done for the episode. But that extra shot it was amazing that we can say, he actually ingested 50 shots.
And didn't throw it.
Yes. Which was amazing. I mean,
I'm known to puke in the show, so I'm not worried. That's just me.
No, I'm just saying, I am shocked that I made it fucking 50 without fucking throwing up. I am shocked. I did not expect the numbers to go nearly as fucking high as we ended up taking it.
But the thing is,
I knew it was going to come down to between me and you.
That was always a given.
Yeah.
But the last end of the show, though, the thing is, the subject kept getting changed because
we had like 2.5 minutes.
That's what was funny about it, because you guys couldn't get what you wanted to say out because fuck, it just went off again. Poor shot. Got to take another one.
And you take the shot, and you take the shot, and you're like, okay, where were we? Never mind, and just another topic. It was just
and then we get back to it.
Yeah, so the fourth one wasn't talked about. It was like you guys were all over the place, but it was just funny seeing you guys just go back and forth. And then you press record right after we were done recording, and then you guys
because we weren't done talking yet,
and you didn't even remember what you guys recorded.
All I know is we weren't done talking when everybody said stop.
Yeah, it was good.
I wouldn't know if I'd consider that talking. Words were coming out, but some of it was not intelligible.
It was sneaky speak.
Yeah,
sneakiness.
Wizards.
A lot of it was whispering.
It was. They don't know. They don't know we're talking about.
But I was actually very shocked at how long Chase lasted. I was really shocked at that too.
Especially, he
So
came
was
back
Goot's
and
dog.
Drank, hey, Goot's dog.
Really?
But yeah, he came back and drank a few more, but then he was like, I think he maybe would take 2, maybe 3 more, and then he was okay, I'm out again.
Yeah. It was fun. And then I got screwed because I brought my friend here, Ernie, from work.
I warned you. I warned you before the show even
That
started.
messed me up. And if that didn't happen, I think I could have lasted at least to 30 or maybe 28 or 29.
Do you think the numbers would have gotten as high if the times, because y'all did 15 minutes for the first 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then went to 10
minutes.
5, 2.5. Do you think that if you did 15 for the first and then started cutting it back, would the drink count still have gotten as high? Or do you think it would have affected?
No, I don't think so. I think
I think it's
just
as fast
hammering
as
it over.
I think that's what did it.
That's why we kept lowering the fucking time.
Right.
Like we need to lower the time, or else this is going to take.
We'll be here
18
till
days.
we'll be here till
All
Sunday.
right.
All right. Here's a question I asked you if you
That's what
remember.
got me the time change, because I think I could have kept up, but then instead of going faster and faster, I'm like, "Yep, I'm done."
Yeah.
All right. Well,
The room starts spinning.
here's a question to ask, because you were listening to the show.
Yes.
Which drink was the number one? Which one that was constantly being throughout the whole show? Because it seemed like Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig is the one that I believe was hit the most.
Yeah.
It was.
No, I didn't keep track of that, but I do just remembering over the several times listening to it that's the one that just the wheel kept hitting on.
See, I don't know, because as I'm listening to it, every time we'd hit like Elijah Craig, oh man, we keep always landing on Elijah Craig. Then we'd hit something else. Man, we keep landing on fucking this one. We hit something else. Man, we keep landing on fucking this one. It seemed like when we're at that many shots, it just seems like so many, even though I feel it was like a pretty good selection.
Y'all hit everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all hit
a
all of
decent
them.
amount.
Well, especially because y'all started.
There was a couple though
going in
that
line.
we only hit probably
A
2
few.
or 3 times.
Yeah.
Wasn't
But
it that
some of them we hit
a lot more.
like 5, 6, 7 fucking times.
Yeah.
The narrow red bottle, I remember. I don't think that was barely hit on. I forgot what it was.
We hit everything at least
Ciroc?
twice.
Well, no, it landed on that, but it was
No,
it barely.
I think we hit Ciroc a couple times.
It was a couple times,
Yeah.
but not as much as like some of the like the Elijah Craig and I don't
Crown
remember
Royal Black.
but the Apple one, the one that Chase brought in. I don't remember that being landed hardly at all. It was like maybe once or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I just know the Elijah Craig. I think not only through the regular spins, but I think you had a punishment shot.
Yeah.
With it.
I had the first punishment shot on
And
the
I think
show.
somebody else may have had a punishment shot with it.
Yeah. Because then I remember having that. I had something behind the bar with Ernie, and then I know I kept complaining and bitching about how it was like, Chase is back in. I was like, oh, you're so butthurt. Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's butthurt. I mean, I heard you guys talking about me the whole time. And the thing is, I didn't hear it when I was here. But then listening to while I'm editing the show, I was like,
That's why we're doing
those
it.
Motherfuckers.
We doing it the entire time, knowing that you'll be the one editing.
You'll be the one listening to it, getting mad.
Yeah.
And it got you mad, didn't it?
I got mad at myself.
No, I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not upset. Whatever. Fine. You know what?
As you hear the mic being slammed that one time, it's like,
Well, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
well, that's all. I mean, I just, like I said, as amazing that episode was, I felt that there had been some type of review of it just because of, I'm sure once everybody listens to it and they'll be like, okay, what happened afterwards? How did everybody end up doing and things like that? And
Yeah.
We
wanted
all
to know-
died.
wanted-
We all died.
everybody passed out.
We're just ghosts.
Well, I mean,
I don't remember. So I remember fucking leaving, getting into the car,
yeah.
but that was it.
Better than me.
We went to my brother's house afterwards. I don't remember driving there. I don't remember walking into their house. I
Wait a
remember
minute.
sitting.
Whoa. Stop.
He didn't
You
drive.
did there?
No.
I was going to say.
No, he was in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Snow was driving.
So you don't remember riding there?
Yeah, same difference.
Okay. Little clarification.
And I don't remember getting into their house. I remember sitting on their couch. That was it. And then I remember,
How did I get here?
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I kept looking at Snow. I was like, the next day, I was like, I was okay, right? I was good, right? She's like, yeah, you were fine. I was like, all right, good, cool.
So did any
Like
of y'all
10 minutes
lose?
I
I mean,
wasn't
you
even-
said you lost a little bit of the episode right there at the
the
end.
last 5 to 7 minutes.
You don't
It was
remember anything.
honestly, when I woke up then at 4 a.m, I wasn't even sure who won. All right.
You were very upset. You kept
I remember
saying,
it was down to me and you. I'm like, I think Ragnar won. But I don't know.
I was just happy to know that you were.
What happened?
I was just happy to know you were upset that you lost because you kept saying this ain't right. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this.
Because of the way you phrased the vote. I don't like
he started the vote.
You go earlier back. He's the one who did the started it towards the actual when we pulled it. You were pushing for the fucking vote.
Yes, I
for
was.
a fucking while.
Yeah,
For
and
a
I was
fucking
going
while.
to, but that's
All right?
part of the rules. You're allowed to push for a vote. Anything's votable on.
But what you were voting for wasn't what we agreed for the vote.
No, we voted on it. Anybody gets voted off if we think they're too drunk.
No, we voted on too drunk to continue.
Yeah.
You were asking. You can pull the tape. All right, let's vote on who's drunker. Who's the most drunk. That is different than too drunk to continue.
Right.
That is a different, complete situation.
Trying to end the show that way.
I was just looking out for your health.
Bullshit.
No,
fucking
you just want to be fucking lose,
sack
which is
line
fine.
shit.
Which is absolutely fine. Like I said, I went into the entire fucking time knowing it was going to be me and Ragnar. Decent chance I'm going to fucking lose and shit like that. I didn't care. All right. I knew I wanted to beat you. All right.
I didn't care that
I
you
wanted to beat
me.
you, and I beat you.
And I beat- and you-
Chase, I knew was going to be nothing. The wild card was going to be Goot. The wild card, I was like, I'm pretty sure I got Goot, but I don't know. I'm not sure. He could be the dark horse, contender and stuff like that, and just surprise the fuck out of all of us.
Yeah.
But my gut was telling me it was going to be me and Ragnar, and that's
And
the way it
Goot
worked
went
out.
deep into the show,
He
too.
did.
I mean, he went
did.
way in.
And he kept going, and we were like around 25, 26. I'm like, Goot's still seeming like he's pretty fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a challenge.
It's gonna be fun.
We're going for a fucking while.
Yeah. Right for the 2.5 minute mark hit, I was like, it was just too much.
Yeah.
So did you lose any of the show, or do you remember pretty much everything?
No, I remember everything till I threw up. Like that's when I blacked out. Like I was talking to Ron, and then like I just like turned around, and I went right to the trash can. I was like, almost fell over, and I'm like throwing up in there. Then I was blacked out. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, you were sweating, you were puking, and then you just fell on the floor and you were out. Like you were out. I was like, Goot, I think he's done. Yeah. And I put a pillow under your head, put a blanket on you because it was like he's sleeping on the floor. He ain't getting up.
Leave him there.
That's what I did. I mean, then he was because I tried to help him say, hey man, you want to go upstairs on the couch? You go upstairs on the couch and like that, and he's just like, and he just laid right down, passed out. He was done.
Yeah,
he was
and
done.
I just like you said earlier, as Stu's trying to walk home, like Stu, he's like, I can walk home. I know you can.
Yeah, I know.
walk
I
home.
walked you halfway down.
You shouldn't walk home.
I would have probably fallen asleep in a ditch, woken up, and continued walking. All right, but I don't doubt in my mind I could have eventually made it home. All right, eventually.
My
You were
worry
halfway
was,
down my street.
Yes,
Like seriously,
My
I was
worry is-
walking. Stu, you need to turn around. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I almost said it, but I didn't. Stu, turn around. Come on, let's go. I'm walking home. I'm gonna walk home. And then you just kept walking.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to turn you around, and then the rape thing was funny.
But yeah, it was like, I can walk up. No, I know you can. You shouldn't. And because in my mind, it was like, you're going to walk home and you're going to pass out, like you said, in a ditch. But which way in the ditch are you going to pass out in the ditch or away from the ditch? And if you pass out away from the ditch, that's a different phone call. That's the only thing I worry about. Because there's no sidewalk out there.
I kind of vaguely remember too. I started thinking about walking home before the show ended and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm gonna get fucked up and I'm gonna do some stupid shit. Just knowing how I am. All right, I'm gonna do some stupid shit. I just need to get away from everything.
Stu,
I'm probably gonna make it to Hilliard. And that's a pretty untraveled road. I could probably fall asleep in that fucking ditch there and be okay for a while. Yeah, I'll be all right. I had the plan made in my head before drunk Stu started taking over.
I have a fond memory that I actually just remembered not too long ago about something that happened to you when we went to the movie theater. And I was wondering if that ever happened.
Yeah.
You remember that when you pissed yourself?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I pissed on myself.
Explain.
I do think it's different than pissing yourself. I pissed on myself. Okay.
There's no
we went to the
difference.
movie.
No, there is.
He went
There
to the
is.
back of
No.
the movie theater to
Wait,
piss in the
hold on.
woods.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
go to piss in the woods. All right, so it was last night, the last showing of the night, at a theater, and we watched the movie, went outside, we're having a cigarette, catching up. All of a sudden, I get hit with this wicked need to shit, wicked fucking need to shit. All right, and I go to try to go back in the theater. They're already locked the doors. Fuck. Everything's closed and stuff like that. I'm like, fuck. So I go behind the theater into like a little wooded area.
Yeah, we're waiting
and it's
for
like slightly up a hill and like that. So, but it's also still open enough. I'm like, shit. I know if somebody's driving by, they're gonna see me shitting. I know they're gonna see me shitting. So I don't drop.
I didn't know it was full moon
trowel.
tonight.
Yeah.
I dropped to like knee, and then I'm holding onto a tree for balance and trying to shit and aim at the same fucking time. And I end up pissing all in my pants, not knowing.
He had a fucking piss all
So I'm
over
like,
his
all right. Like I said, I do think it's a distinction.
Okay, all right. That is a very clear, distinct
Yes.
difference.
All right. And didn't know it until I went to pull my pants back. I'm like, fuck me. So I ended up fucking just, and I was with a friend too. I ended up grabbing a towel out of the back of my fucking vehicle, completely taking everything off, fucking not wiping a towel around. I'm like, all right, let's go home. Just grabbing a towel. My buddy, fucking just my dick hanging out. I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Because I think it was me, you, and your old buddy, I believe, when we went to the movie.
Yep.
And you just walked out, and your whole front of your pants was like wet, like soaking wet. So I pissed myself trying to take a shit.
Pissed on myself.
Yeah.
Pissed on myself.
But I was thinking if that would ever happen when you got drunk going home, if that ever happened, you accidentally pissed yourself, you didn't even know it.
No.
No.
No. I'm definitely whipped it out and pissed and shit. And of course, had a little bit more dribble than normal, maybe, but not like full on.
Yeah.
And shit like
You
that.
didn't
but
just sit in the seat and piss yourself.
no.
Fun little memory of Stu right there. That was at the fucking
And
Regal
I
Cinemas.
was fucking sober.
Oh shit! All right, so is that it?
Yeah, I thank you
that
for
was
letting
fun.
me to ask y'all if you remember your debauchery.
Yeah, that was a fun. That was a very fun episode.
It was. Like I said, I enjoyed being here, watching it happen. It was a shit show, but it was fun both to watch and to, again, like I said, I've listened to it now for 4 times.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's a fun show. So if listeners are listening to this and you haven't listened to it, take the time. I know it's a long episode, but it's good and it gets better as it goes on.
I think for a 200th episode, that was it was a great episode. And Goots mic drop when he tells his fucking pint reviews.
You are a bad nerd.
Yeah.
That was a shock to
It
all
was
because,
amazing.
but
It
no,
was amazing.
Chase's line says, "I think I know how you guys feel now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I was
that hurt everybody just a little bit.
It hurt Chase too. I mean, Chase gave it a low review, but then when Goot dropped zeros, it's like, what the? Stu was like, I think you gave me a heart attack.
Another one.
All right, well, that's the end of our tasting room for the Highlander Aftermath. That was fucking great and great to go. Shit, we recorded that shit back in April.
Yeah.
And that shit's been sitting inside my vault waiting to get edited and stuff like that. But hell of an episode. Take a listen to it, guys. And join us next time for our tasting room episodes. And like I said, in a couple months or about 4 or 5 weeks, we'll be on YouTube and video form, and we're going to have a great time. All right. See y'all later.
See ya.
Later.
No, you won't.
Thank you for listening to our bonus episode for season 4 of The Tasting Room. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Guys, this helps out enormously. Give us a follow on Instagram at Barrel Age Flicks Podcast. If you would like to send us a special film request, please contact us via Instagram and we will give you a personal shout out on the show. We are also on Facebook and Twitter. Our podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Audible, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Make sure you check out Barrel Aged Chicks, our spin-off show where you get the girl's perspective. Subscribe to our Patreon for uncut video and early access to our podcast. Special thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio on YouTube for his awesome music. This guy fucking rocks. Check him out. Want to give a shout out to Sammy, one of our guest hosts on the show who does our amazing album artwork. Thank you, Sammy. Our podcast only exists because of listeners like you. To find other great shows, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Hope you join us for our next episode. Later, guys.